We are going to talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and 3 things that I think will disappoint customers when that phone is released. There have been rumors of a Z Fold 6 and a Z Fold 6 Ultra. We'll be talking specifically about the Z Fold 6 and those aspects that, from what I've observed about it over the years, I believe we're anticipating but will most likely let us down in the end. So let's first start with battery life. There are rumors that the Z Fold 6 will come with 4,600 mAh battery. The current Z Fold 5 has a 4,400 mAh battery. Now, it's also going to have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. This has an 8 Gen 2, but the battery life with these folding phones doesn't compare, at least in my testing, to their S counterparts. Because the S23 and the S24 Ultra phones have larger batteries despite having the same chipset, they typically have longer battery lives. This is likely because the large display on those phones requires a lot of electricity. Typically, when a user is using their phone, their display uses up the most battery life. Therefore, I believe that the Z Fold 6's total daily battery life utilization will leave us unsatisfied. I don't think we're going to be in that and be like, yo, this is good. This is impressive. This is getting me from the very beginning of the day to the time I go to bed. It looks like it will be one of those phones that, as has been the case with these folding phones, reminds you that you need to charge it a little after midday. It's beginning to decline. I am getting a little bit worried that it is not gonna last. I use my phone a lot, and this is I take it off the charger in the morning, and then by, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm pretty low, maybe 15%, 20%, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna last. So I wanna make sure this is charged up, so I have to charge it up. So battery life, I think, is gonna walk away with a weak point here. Next up would be the cameras. Rumors have it that the camera will be 200 megapixels, have it that the primary sensor will be 50 megapixels, and that it will essentially be the same camera as the Z Fold 5. Thus, I believe that the Z Fold 6 will ultimately have the same camera configuration. I think we'll get which is gonna be the same cameras, obviously with a slightly different algorithm or some AI built into it. But I think, again, we're gonna walk away not thinking that this is an overly impressive camera system versus their S-line versus, say, Pixel 8 Pro or 9 Pro, whatever is out at the time of that phone or the iPhones. We're about 80% of the way there in terms of the quality we adore, so I think we're going to walk away from this. However, because we're spending over $2,000 for these phones, it would be wonderful to receive the remaining 20%. Therefore, I believe that two of the things we will be least impressed with are cameras and battery life. The last one, I've been thinking about this because I think as much as I'm excited for the bigger displays on the, or at least the wider displays, I should say, it's still the same size displays with 6.2 and 7.6, but ultimately it's gonna be a little bit wider and supposedly a little bit shorter, and I still think we're gonna walk away unimpressed. The reason I say that is because, as much as I would like it to feel like, example, the OnePlus phone, which is wide and wonderful, I don't think it will ultimately feel like that. I think it's gonna feel like a slightly larger version than this, which I think we're gonna be like, yeah, it's kinda cool, and maybe it'll be a little bit wider on the inside too, which I don't feel like it's totally necessary, but hey, whatever. But I think we're gonna walk away again, a little bit unimpressed. We're gonna be like, it wasn't as much of a change as I truly wanted, and I'm just not feeling it as much as I thought I would. And at this point, we'll keep an eye on this, but I believe some people will say something like, hey, I'm going to check out that new Pixel Fold 2, which has a much bigger display, which is 6.4 on the outside, 7.9 on the inside. Or something like that. We're going to be a little let down in those three main areas, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, guys? Do you believe the Z Fold 6 will leave you entirely pleased or, conversely, unsatisfied in certain areas? Please share your ideas with me in the comments section below. And don't forget to stay tuned to our channel for more updates. See you in the next one. Goodbye.